I have a degree in culinary science, and through Drexel I did the co-op program where I did 3 6-month internships within my field. I worked at a brewery, I worked at a food manufacturing, they made colors, and then I worked at Campbell's Soup, so I had large food manufacturing experience, and I always knew I wanted to work in product development, but more in the creative aspect of it. So I just decided to come up with my own concept, which took some time. I worked at restaurants and did some traveling and then figured out something that was viable. So I went to India, and that was kind of my catalyst to transition from being like a flexitarian to going fully vegan. And when I came back, I had this idea for vegan raviolis, and as I started playing around with the fillings, I was using everything from tofu to pea protein. I found hemp worked because I didn't have to soak it, and then I'm like, this is the best cheese I've made. And then I kind of just started doing research, and I realized that there's a blank space in the vegan cheese market for a non-nut product, and that's kind of the catalyst that started my business. All of the cheeses that I had found when I was doing research were cashew based, and there's a high tree nut allergy. And a lot of them also had coconuts, so my goal was to create something different. 1, that was using hemp, and then 2, make it allergen friendly for all those people who couldn't eat dairy or nuts or coconut, just to make myself different, but also provide a product for people who struggle to eat different foods to enjoy. I really just set out to make the world's best vegan Parmesan cheese. So I decided to pursue a patent, or at least start to investigate it, because I knew that there weren't any other fermented hemp cheese out on the market. So I was like, I should at least look into protecting this. I didn't even know if it was something that could be protected as like a recipe. So before I even started my business, like right before I was supposed to launch, that's when I met with Fernando and Camille to decide whether or not it's even worth, going down that road, spending that money to see if, down the line it can even be protected. I found that they were very communicative and responsive. Like, every time there was a timeline coming up, they were told me well in advance. They were available for calls. We met regularly for meetings to make sure I was on the timeline, setting me up for success. So you really get the most out of them. So if I had any questions, they're like, Camille's ready for a FaceTime, or you can call us. The fact that they were just so available, and there was part of all of the pricing, I think it's really great. I would recommend Wilson Dutra because I think they're super honest and trustworthy, which is a big component when you're trying to find a lawyer. I feel like so many are just out there for money, and they really do believe in their clients and their clients' inventions. I felt super in good hands with them. And going down the line, it's going to be great, because if I go to find investors, I'm like, nobody else can do this. None of the big companies can come for me. This is something that I own. It's invaluable for sure.